LaRocco's 5th grade gifted class at Sable Palm Elementary School, students are learning through experiences that take them beyond textbooks, creating problem solvers who are empathetic and ready to take on the world.
You're going to see how that applies to all those things that run our houses, okay? Which then in turn, when you think about it, applies to the other assignment we did earlier in the week.
My best practice is considered keeping it real. It's meshing the Florida standards with real life problem solving. If I can take those standards, whether it be fractions or decimals or force and motion or electricity, and I can show them how those things apply to their real world, then they're going to be motivated. I find with 10 and 11-year-olds and that the more they're doing in terms of kinesthetic movement, taking things apart, that drives them. They're always excited to blow things up or put things together or take them apart. My students leave here believing that they can go out and change the world. And they believe that because from August, when they came in here, they learned that there were problems out there that needed to be solved. And they learned that they were going to be solved through creativity, through out-of-the-box thinking.
My favorite thing is that we're always like active. We're not just like sitting down looking at a screen, because she tells us what we're learning about. We learn about it, we read, and then we go out and do fun stuff involving it, like what we did here today. We were talking about circuits. So we took apart appliances and we saw how the circuits worked in the appliances. She's helping everybody. She's helping us learn. She's helping us do our best.
Mr. LaRocco uses positive reinforcement to help the children do their best. What she teaches is real-world usage of, let's say, of the math or science. Whatever she's doing is something that they can use later on in life. Dylan's academic scores have improved vastly, and he, this day, looks forward to coming to school.
By helping students see the impact their learning could have on the world around them, she's engaged and challenged them to use what they learn to make the world a better place. This worldview perspective is shaping their minds and the future.
These kids are going to go home and take apart their coffee pots in their own houses. And she said, well, you know, in the future, when their coffee pot or their vacuum breaks down, now they won't be afraid to go in there and try to fix it themselves, which I think is a dying art these days.
I think it's important to recognize and thank your teachers because, like Ms. LaRocco, like archaeologists and scientists and people who construct and stuff, their education didn't come from nowhere. It came from a teacher's perspective like Ms. LaRocco's.
These kids have a huge sense of social justice. So when I can bring to them real-world problems on a global level, and they can see things like ethics, they can see things like bullying, they can see those topics, and they can approach maybe the reading standards through those mechanisms, then they're drawn in, then they're motivated.
By teaching students how to find solutions, Maria has generated total student engagement and interest in current global events. On a daily basis, she's instilling a desire to positively impact the community and the world around them.
Key to so much of what happens in here is about relationship and about trust. And I said it before, I can't get these kids to work for me if they don't trust me. Where what we do here, that knowledge that they grow, no one's going to take that away from them. They can go home and think about it and dream about it and build on it, and they're empowered when I see how they take care of each other. Because part of being a leader and part of being a problem solver is a willingness to put yourself out there and be there for each other. So when I watch them and I see that, that's how I know I'm doing good stuff.